part 2 of Ask the Warrior for the 21st of the 6th, 2014. First question for this one comes from Neorath. I'll call you Neil. Scottish, what is the best game you've ever alpha or beta tested? I haven't alpha or beta tested a lot of games. I did play a little bit of Starbound. In fact, it's still installed in my computer. Played it for a little while. I had fun with it, but it's not fun by yourself. I need to find someone to play it with. I haven't done a lot of alpha or beta tests, but I can't think of any off the top of my head that I've done that with, so I can't. Sorry, I can't give any opinion on that. I will say this round, I support having alphas and betas of games and releasing them to the public. It's a good way to bug test, in my opinion. So yeah, I fully support alpha and beta tests as long as eventually the game does come out and isn't like an alpha or beta for like 5 years. Know what I'm talking about. Next set of questions comes from Trip374. His first question is, it seems like more and more games nowadays have multiplayer focused. I'm a single player gamer, single player guy. Do you think these days do you think these days of single player heavy games are over? Do you think the days of single player games are over? I don't think they're over. I think they are still relevant. I mean, look at Wolfenstein: The New Order. That was a single player only game. There was no multiplayer in it. I don't like the fact that a lot of games that do not need multiplayer are getting multiplayer play. And I'm like, let's face it, Mass Effect 3, while the multiplayer is fun, it doesn't need multiplayer. Mass Effect never needed multiplayer. Dragon Age does not need multiplayer. Those types of games. RPGs do not need multiplayer, in my opinion, unless it's like a party system, in which case I'm okay with multiplayer there. But I don't know. I would prefer that multiplayer sticks to like adventure games, racing games, and FPS games. But even then, if you can make multiplayer work in a game, as long as it isn't compulsory and you don't need to play it to complete the game. I'm looking at you, Mass Effect 3. Then yeah, you could put it in there. Like Watch Dogs, for example, had multiplayer. I played it a wee bit, didn't like it, didn't touch it after that. And my Second Son didn't have multiplayer, and it was fun. It was enjoyable. I think multiplayer is an okay thing to add longevity to a game, but I don't think it's necessary. If a game does not need multiplayer, don't give it multiplayer. Simple as. So I don't think the era of single player games is over. I think it's just evolving. There will be games out there that will be fully single player only, and I will play them if they are good. So I don't think that it's over. I think they're just less and less. So there will still be single players games. Next question from Trip3 is, I see you have huge hands. Thank you. I'm sure all the ladies out there want to know, is it true what they say about guys with big hands? Yes, I've got big hands, big gloves. I don't know. What do they say about men with big hands? Like, I know the thing about men with big feet. I mean, that's my feet and my hands, side by side. I can show you. There, my feet's inside my head. Yes, I'm quite limber. I don't know what they say about men with big hands. They can fondle better? I don't know. I have big gloves. I mean, big hands. Big glove. I'm not being Michael Jackson in this video. Okay. Move on. Next question. Could you... Oh, sorry. Next question from Trip3 is, could you put the framed picture you got from BioWare on the wall behind you? It would be cool to see in your videos. Plus, Pikachu is watching me. I just know it. For those who don't know, BioWare were kind enough to send me a one-of-a-kind print. Me, GamerMD3, Lady Insanity, and Ability Drain, and one other, I think her name was Blonde Nerd. I got sent them. Right now it's over there, where I can only put it there. I actually can't put it on my back wall right now because this is where my bed is, and I'm terrified that it will fall and crush me to death. And while dying by Dragon Age would not be bad. It would be bad, actually. I can't put it up at the moment. I can't even put it up on the wall that's facing me right now because it's such a thin wall between me and another room that I can't do much with it. So right now it just has to stay where it is right now. Eventually, when I do get my own place or we as a family move out of here, I will try and get a bigger room and try and make sure it's seen in videos. But right now I can't actually put it up because I'm terrified that it will fall down and crush me to death. And I can't put it up on the wall in front of me on that side because it's too thin. And you'll have to deal with Pikachu watching you because his big brother is also watching you, by the way. They're watching you. They always are. They always are. If everyone wondering, those are gifts from GamerMD83. Next question. Last question from Tripsy is last question. Do you own and or wear a kilt? And if you do, could you wear it in one videos? That would be great. I do own a kilt. I will wear it in videos when necessary. But right now, you can't see below my waistline unless I want you. And you all know the rule with a kilt. You don't wear anything under it. And I don't want my balls hat. I don't want you seeing my nuts. You have to buy me dinner for that first. But I don't care if you see my nuts. But I don't want to get flagged on YouTube for flashing. Okay? I mean, I can do that. Neck, burn, ow, that was bad. But I can't wear a kilt and show my nuts. Okay? So, sorry, I can't wear a kilt in a video at the moment. Maybe in the future. So, sorry. Next set of questions comes from N7 Strider. Hello, N7. I've often said that the Arkhamverse Batman should die at the end of Batman Arkham Knight. But if you were to write the Arkhamverse Batman's death, how would you want to kill him off? Firstly, Batman doesn't die. Simple as Batman never dies. Never dies. But if I was to write Batman's death, I see him going out the way. I don't know. Like I'm an ironic kind of guy. I won't kind of. I don't know what kind of guy you would describe me as. I tend to change it every 5 minutes. How would I write Batman's death in the Arkhamverse? I definitely see him going out in a blaze of glory, either going out in a blaze of glory or going out quite quietly. Going up against the Arkham Knight maybe, and maybe he has to. Excuse me. Maybe he has to. Like, maybe the only way to save the people he cares about, like Oracle and all the Bat family and the people of Gotham, is to sacrifice himself. That'll probably be the way most people would write how Batman dies. Not Dark Knight Rises way. No, not gonna. Don't you dare do it, Arkhamverse. Don't you dare do that, Rocksteady. But I think he'd probably just go out and he'd go out like that more than likely. But another way, I feel, all honesty, I'm an ironic kind of guy. I think that he would win, but it would come at a cost, and that he would die doing it. Like he would get shot, or Harley kills him. Maybe, you never know. That'd be interesting, because the only person, like, let's face it, everyone wants the Joker to kill Batman. The moment Joker kills Batman is when everything goes, ah! So much so that I sneezed. But the Arkhamverse Joker is dead, to the best of our knowledge. But in my opinion, Joker doesn't want to kill Batman. He just wants to break him. So, if Joker was still alive, I'd say Joker would cause his death, but only because he broke him finally. But I don't know. I can't think. I'm not a good writer, so I don't know how I would write it. I'd probably write that he would go out being killed by one of his longtime adversaries, or maybe death by his own means. Maybe he does something that he didn't mean to do and it results in him dying. That kind of thing. I don't know. Something along those lines. I don't know. It's difficult to say. It's like, how do you kill off Batman? He fucking survived Darkseid's Omega Beam. I'm pretty sure he could survive fucking anything after that. He survived a nuclear explosion somehow. I don't know how he would die. I think probably death by his own doing, in my opinion, would probably be the way he'd go. So, yeah. Next question from N7. Should we really be calling the Riddler the Racer now, since he seems to have given up on riddles and now prefers motorsports? For those who don't know, I think it's been confirmed that in Arkham Knight you'll be using the Batmobile to solve Riddler's trophy things, like about like mini races and all that. Probably should change his name to the Racer, but I think Rocksteady will be doing a lot more than just racing. I think they will incorporate some proper Riddler style challenges in there as well. I think that'd probably be the best way to do it in my opinion, and hopefully they do it that way. Final question from N7. If people like Batman and comic books, they should subscribe to N7 Striders. Shameless, I know. Yes, you should go check out N7 Striders. He talks a lot about comic books and he knows his shit. So if you like comic books, go check him out. So there's a shameless plug for you. Last set of questions, except for from the last minute ones. Next set of questions comes from Heavy Storm. First question is, which game game is shaping up to be the game of the year in 2014? Dragon Age Inquisition. There we go. Question 2: If you could be one video game character, which one would you be, and why? Ooh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a toughie. I don't know. Honestly, I can't think. Which video game character would it be? I can't say Shaper, that's too much. Can't say anything. Well, it can't be Pikachu because then I couldn't speak to people. I could shock them though, that'd be fun. Samara? I could do biotic powers, attractive body, talking mystery and calm, seductive tones, well low cut tops. Samara's an option. I don't know, it's tough to say. Rogue. She technically has been in video games, so Rogue? I hate this question, I hate this question. Why? I mean, no, I'm looking at one and now, maybe... What was his name again? Can't remember his name. Delsin. Maybe Delsin, like he has some pretty cool powers. He's pretty awesome, he's a pretty diverse character. Fuck it, I'll go Samara, because she's awesome. Simple as, I'll go Samara. I'll be Samara. There we go, I'll be Samara. I want fan art of that now. No, I think I like their story. They're definitely an alluring race, especially their culture and all that. They are probably my favourite race in Mass Effect lore. I think Samara would be a very interesting character, but then again, it'd maybe be a younger Asari, like maybe her Liara, but I don't know. Samara, I think, would be a very interesting character to be in that kind of persona. I don't know, it's tough to say and insert Texas joke here. Next question from Heavy Storm is, I want to ask you, since you're Scottish, what do you think of the Scottish wanting to be independent? Is it a good move or a bad move? I'm actually going to skip this question. I'd rather not talk about this type of question right now. I'm going to say this is all I've got to say on the topic when it comes to that. Do your research, don't just be impulsive. I am still making my decision at this moment, so I will neither say it is a good or a bad move. So I have to avoid that question, sorry. Question 4 from Heavy Storm. If someone asked you to give a random piece of advice, what would you say? Don't lie about who you are. There, random piece of advice. Next question is, if you were going to write a book, what would you call it and what would it be about? I did start writing a novel years ago, but I haven't written it in years. I've rewrote it, started again, and I basically was writing a story about werewolves, proper werewolves and vampires. I was writing a fantasy setting where vampires and werewolves were at war, Formation ripping off Underworld, better. But I would also go and incorporate humans, elves, and other fantasy-like creatures. Eventually, I haven't worked on it in well over a year now, and I ended up scrapping the original version of it and then starting it over again. I think I've lost the first chapter of it again. It was called Beginning, A Wolf's Tale, something along those lines. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that's what it was going to be about. It was going to be following one character, and he was going to be explaining what happened to him and all that. And it was an interesting concept, I thought. Maybe I'll go back to it eventually, but It'd never get published because I'm not a good writer. I'd have to get like 8 proofreaders to make sure it was good because my English sucks. Well, my writing English sucks, but otherwise I'm okay. So I don't know. It's tough to say. That's why that was my original concept. So yeah. Next set of questions comes from Jacalister Drew. First question: who would win in a fight, Revan or the Warden? Well, the thing is, though, when you say the Warden, do you mean the default Warden and the thing which is the Dalish Warden? But I know I'm going to say Revan because he's got both light side and dark side powers, so Revan wins. Simple as. I love the Warden, but the Warden's mortal. Revan has the Force, and he has a lightsaber. I'm sorry, like, a lightsaber cuts through anything except for, like, one other material, I think it is. So yeah, I'm going to have to say Revan, because all we need to go is boom, 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 dead. Done. Sorry, Raven wins. Simple as. Second question: which character would you which character would you like to from Mass Effect to go into the Dragon Age universe? None. They're in the universe they're meant to be. None. Simple as. Third question from Jacalister: Who it look like you're going to romance? Who does it look like you're going to romance in Dragon Age Inquisition? Just on the look of the character so far. I'm getting a partial Serara. She looks kind of cool. Iron Bull might be interesting. I don't like going on looks though, but if you put me in a corner, Serara, Dorian looks alright, and of course you gotta go Cullen because he's awesome. Cullen. But I know I'd like to get to know the character first. Next question from Jacalister: if you had to choose either Morrigan or the Warden in the same room together to die in Inquisition, and you had to watch the one you chose, who would it be? So who would same room together to die? Okay, who would die? Probably Morrigan. Love Morrigan. But the Warden, I think the Warden still has some stuff to do. Morrigan, I think, has laid out her plans very well, very similar to what her mother does. So I think that if one of them was going to die, it would probably be the Warden. Morrigan has everything set up the way she likes it, and I think she wouldn't die. I think she has things sorted out. So probably Morrigan. And I've already seen Morrigan die 1,000 times already, so I watch one more time, huh? That was all the questions from Jacalister. Next set of questions comes from Bloodcroft. Well, actually, 2 questions. First question: have you seen the trailer for Gotham, Flash, and Constantine TV series? I know they're not out yet, but based on the trailers, what do you think of them? I've seen the trailer for all 3 of them. Gotham, I'm interested in, but at the same time, it's another crime series, and yeah, there are way too many of them. Constantine looks fucking awesome. It does. I actually have the Constantine Hellblazer Volume 1 over here. It's on top of it. I'll grab it. Why not? Just knock it out. I actually have the first volume of the Constantine Hellblazer series. I only read like the first couple of pages. I haven't had a chance to go back and read it yet. But I'm a constant. I like the concept of Constantine, and the trailer does make me want to watch it again. Very comic booky, and I love that. Flash looks great. Costume I'm a bit iffy on, but it looks awesome, and I do love the Flash. So it'd be I am interested in seeing that and how that'll be done. I liked Arrow, so hopefully I'll like Flash. So not much to say on that, but it does look cool. Second question from Bloodcroft: why are you so horrible with names? Do you have trouble remembering stuff? I just have a shit memory. Simple as. It's just something I've had since I was a little kid. I don't remember things pretty badly. I remember faces, but I don't remember names. It's just a problem I have had, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have it. I just have a really bad memory. Unless I really, 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 really like something, my memory's shit. So that's why I know a lot of the lore from certain video games really well, because I love learning about them. And I don't remember names and all that because I'm fucking horrible. And I just have a bad memory. Simple as. Okay, next question. Thank you, Bloodcroft. Next questions are from Shimmick2. Do you think Briala will appear in Dragon Age 3? And if so, what will her role? What role will you think? What role do you think she will have? Do you have any speculation on the modern story for the... Oh, okay, so far, yeah. I don't want to say anything on Brielle right now because we're going to be talking about that in the Dragon Age podcast on the 28th. I do have some speculation, but I'm not going to say too much right now until we've done the thing. So, sorry. Do you have any speculation on the modern story for Assassin's Creed Unity? No, I don't have any speculation. I'm not really interested in Unity, in all honesty. Sorry, Shemik, you've really worded these questions weirdly. And also, if they make a new Saints Row game, would you like to see them use time travel, and what eras would you like to see them in? I think that would be very interesting. I'd like to see them in Roman or Celtic, Victorian. I'd love to see them in a lot of time frames. I think it'd be fucking hilarious in all honesty, so that'd be interesting. What multiplayer modes would you like to see in Dragon Age 3? I would rather not have any multiplayer mode, but I'd like it to be separate. Like maybe you play some Agents of the Inquisition and you go out and do wee missions and all that. I'd be okay with that as long as it was completely separate from the game, main single player game. I'm okay with that, so I don't want to speculate. Me personally, I'd like to see them lead party members, program action and rare occurrences and troops. Okay, that's right. Also, have you read The Mistborns? If so, what do you think of Birthright, the game, and the making of? I have not read that book series, so I don't know that much about it. Sorry. And final two questions are from Facebook. These are last minute questions. I'll just do a quick refresh to make sure I'm not missing any more. Okay, final questions are: will you vote yes or no on freedom? Not answering it. Do you think Jeff Wayne's War? Do you like Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds? Never seen it, but I do like the song. I like the first song. I can't remember what one it is. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head what it was called. But that's it. Thank you for watching, and thank you all for your questions. I hope I answered the questions to the best of my abilities. I don't know when I'll do. I'll probably end up doing one of these next month. We will wait and see what happens. But thank you for watching, and I can't wait to do more of these. So thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92. I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now. Mwah. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you want to help this channel out in any way, shape or form, you can hop over to my Patreon page and donate a minimum of $1 a month to help towards resources for the channel, licenses, equipment and other resources. And hopefully you will consider at least having a little look at my Patreon page, which is linked in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.